Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Friday, the 6th of January 2023. In Millwall news today, got Gary Rowett talking about this and future transfers of possibility. So let's get a read of this from londonnewsonline.co.uk, the South London Press's online website. Millwall intend to strengthen forward line as Rowett discusses Benik Afobes switch to Dubai club. Millwall will look to add to their attacking options after agreeing to tear up Benik Afobes' deal so he could set off on a new adventure in Dubai. Sounds like those ads they put on TV, innit? Come and have a new adventure in Dubai. The forward, 30, signed for Atta Club, to play in the second tier of the United Arab Emirates. Not even first tier, the second tier. Millwall and Afobe mutually agreed to the termination of his contract, which had been due to expire at the end of June. The former Arsenal, Bournemouth, Bristol City and Wolves striker flew out for a medical after a 3-0 win over Rotherham United on New Year's Day. Afobe has recently returned from a knee injury that sidelined him for 5 matches. He top scored with 13 goals for the Lions last season, arriving on loan in July. Millwall signed him in the summer after Afobe's move to club at Bruges collapsed. Rowett, who also snapped up Afobe when he was boss at Stoke City, told the South London Press, "He's been out injured for a little while, and he felt for him and his family it was the right move at this point. We've agreed to letting him do that based on the fact that we want to strengthen to the forward line area. It's been difficult for him to get that continuity this year and to perform in the way he did last year for different reasons. It was something he wanted to do, and we didn't want him to feel like we stood in the way of that and not be able to give us the impact we need. He's a good lad, Benik. He's at a different stage of his career. What we want to try and do is bring in someone a little bit younger and with a little bit more to prove to see if they can strengthen the squad further. He's a player I've known a long time and I've signed before. To score 13 goals was excellent. He finished as our top scorer. This year, we hoped it would be the same. It hasn't quite worked out that way. Due to the fact he's been out injured, that was something we were having to manage. It was going to be difficult to do that for the rest of the season when the games start coming thick and fast. When a player wants to do something that's right for their family and gives them a little more long-term security, different type of move, it isn't going to help anyone if you stand in the way. It gives us an opportunity to do what we want to do, which is strengthen in those areas, and we wish him all the best." Midfielder George Evans could be another exit from the squad. What was I saying yesterday? Because it was weird, because Gary Rowett loves George Evans and he loves putting him on the bench. And he wasn't on the bench for the Rotherham game. Highly weird. So I assumed that might be the fact that he is maybe leaving. Or what's happening here? The former Derby County and Manchester City midfielder is inside the final 6 months. He's Millwall terms and has made just 8 appearances there. "There has been a little bit of interest in George," said Rowett. "He's played a lot of games in his career and there'll be frustration there that he wants to play more regularly. I've got a good relationship with Evo and I also understand the situation. He's been a really valued member of our squad." It's basically the same thing. It looks like they've told him, or he's figured out, that they're not talking to him about a new contract. So if Millwall tell him, "Well, we're not going to renew your contract, okay?" And then he's going to be like, "Well, can I leave now?" If he gets a club sorted out, and then I might as well go now. I'm not playing. I'm not contributing. I'm an unused substitute on the bench most times. Maybe it's the same situation, but we will see. How are we going to replace him? Who with? Who? I don't know. Who? Yeah. So there you go. What's happening? More players out. And is anyone else coming in? Well, maybe. So this is from southwarknews.co.uk. Millwall boss provides update as January transfer window opens. Gary Rowett wants to add 1 or 2 new faces to his squad in coming weeks. Gary Rowett said that Millwall are working hard to bring in the right players during the transfer window. The Lions have already completed one piece of business with Adomo and Mako joining up with the under-23s from Shamrock. Under-21s! Why does he keep saying under-23s? From Shamrock Rovers, although the 19-year-old will miss the next few weeks through injury. Isaac Olaofe and Benik Afobes have both departed the club, with the former joining League Two outfit Stockport County, while the latter is set to secure a move to Atta Club in the UAE. Rowett is still keen to add one or two new faces to the squad in the coming weeks as his side look to mount a promotion push in the second half of the campaign. Alex takes care of all those things, the Mill boss told News then. How many offers and opportunities there are, he'll know those sort of things. But as a club, I'm sure we want to work hard, see if we can do some good business. The intention in every window, and it's no different in this window, is to try and improve the starting team and improve the squad. And that's what we're working hard to do. One area that Millwall are certainly lacking in is options up front, especially after losing Afobe and Olaofe in the last few days. Tom Bradshaw is the only out-and-out striker in the squad, while Andreas Vogelsama is also able to play there despite primarily being used as a winger since joining the Lions over the summer. Whether or not a new forward will move to the den this month remains to be seen, but Rowett admitted the discussions have been had about how to add more goals to the current squad. Well, we have been linked with Chidozu Obene, the player at Rotherham. We have been linked with Cyril Ngonge, who is at FC Groningen. He's been frozen out of the squad because he apparently turned up drunk to training or late to training, which was... So they played a game, the last game before the winter break. And for some god-known reason, their manager or director of football made all of the players come in on the Monday after that game to come in training, despite it being the start of the winter break. So him and a few other players just rocked up a bit worse for wear, because the winter break had just started. So yeah, Cyril Ngonge, that is. Ngonge. I want to check that out. But FC Groningen, he's pretty young, but he's alright. And we have been linked with another young player, Josh Kia. Apparently, the deal's been done. He's a player who's playing for Metropolitan Police in non-league, so he's only 19. Apparently, that was kind of announced. Heard about that around about the same time as Adomo and Mako, but that hasn't come forward yet. So maybe they don't generally announce signings like that. So if he's like, because you're gonna put too much pressure on the lad, so that when we play the next under 21s game, which is probably, I think it's on Tuesday the 10th. That's gonna be at the training ground. You might see him in the starting lineup, the 19-year-old from Net Place, Josh Kia. If the deal has been done, I doubt they'll announce it. It's not really the kind of done thing to announce the signing of a player for the under 21s. So let's get back to the story. Where are you? So, I'm like every manager in the championship at this point. That's probably looking forward to options, looking for goals, and those extra bits that can help your team win a game. I think you won't be surprised to hear that I'm no different to that. What we do and how we do it, everyone will see as the window unfolds. Calls, more goals and more attacking options is at least something that we're having discussions about as a club. Indeed. So yeah. Goal scorers, please. If you are an agent or a goal scorer, there is a need for your services at Millwall. Please apply forthwith. Now, moving on to the bright lights. Sky Sports have been selected 3 Millwall games for coverage. This is from the official site, millwallfc.co.uk. 3 of Millwall's February fixtures, 3 in 1 month. Oh my god. Have been selected for Sky Sports live coverage. So If you subscribe to Sky Sports for that month, you are getting value for money as a Millwall supporter. Firstly, the Lions Sky Bet Championship trip to Coventry City on Tuesday, the 14th of February, aka Valentine's Day, will now be shown co-exclusively with no change to the date or kickoff time. So I think they're saying that's going to be on Millwall TV and Sky at the same time. I think that's what that. I think that's what that means. 4 days later, on Saturday the 8th, so in the same week. In the same week. 4 days later, on Saturday the 18th of February, the league visit of Sheffield United to the Den will now be shown live at the earlier time of 12:30. So, is that good for you? Is that bad for you? Saturday the 18th of February, 12:30. Probably a bloody train strike on it again. Who knows? Yeah. Finally, Millwall's rearranged fixture at Luton Town. So this is what I was speculating about the other day as well. We hadn't heard about the Luton Town game. Why not? Because that game was supposed to be on Sky, so I assumed that we were waiting for Sky to pick another day for that game. Because for some reason, they love showing that game. They always pick Luton Town versus Millwall as a game on Sky. I don't know why they do it. Subject to FA Cup participation, will now take place on Tuesday, the 28th of February. Kick-off 8 p.m. live on Sky Sports. So this is interesting. Firstly, it's an 8 o'clock kick-off. Why? And it's subject, so it may be moved again. May get moved again because it's subject to FA Cup participation. Which means, I assume, that is the date of an FA Cup replay. Of course, Sky don't have FA Cup. If you watch Sky Sports News this weekend, they probably won't even mention it. They probably won't even give it the scores. They really don't like talking about games that they don't have the rights to show live. They don't really care about it. So that's probably why they picked us to go against the FA Cup replays that will be shown live on BBC and ITV. So yeah, so if Millwall are in what round would that be? Would that be the 4th round or 5th round? Probably the 5th round. So that might be 5th round replay. Or is that just 5th round? I don't know. I don't know, but if Millwall and Luton are still in the FA Cup, that game might be moved again. So stay tuned for that. That will be fun, won't it? Feels like we're in the Premier League with all our games getting moved around, doesn't it? But there you go, 3 in 1 month, 2 in the same week. 2 in the same week. An away game at Coventry and a home game against Sheffield United. Yeah, there you go. Interesting stuff. Now, let's have a read of this. This is an exit interview by Isaac Olaofe to the South London, the Press, London News Online.co.uk. So we're going to find out a few things from behind the scenes. So let's have a read of this and see what we can see. So Isaac Olaofe opens up on failed summer loan move to Barnsley, exit from Millwall, and signing for Stockport County. Isaac Olaofe saw a transfer fall through on the last day of the summer window. His January 1st switch to Stockport County ensured no last-minute issues would hamper kicking on with his career. So was that a permanent exit? Sounds like. Oh. Millwall agreed a 6-figure deal for the 23-year-old striker, which also includes a sell-on and buyback clauses. Olaofe signed a deal with the League Two club until the summer of 2025. Barnsley, however, had been set to take him on loan earlier in the campaign. Callum Styles sealing a temporary switch the other way on September the 1st, only for the Tykes to fail to complete all of the paperwork in time. Oh no. Millwall gave me a possibility in the summer to move on, Olaofe Olaofe told South London Press. I decided to go down the League One route to go on loan there, but unfortunately my move to Barnsley fell through. It was a very frustrating next couple of days after the deadline, simply because I turned down 5 other clubs to go to that team. I look back, and if it was another club I was joining, then I feel like they would have had it and dusted in time. I did my medical, and they took pictures to announce the signing. I think they did submit the paperwork in time to the FA, or it didn't have Millwall's signature. I don't know. These things they happen. When I came back to Millwall, I wasn't given any opportunity. It was a clear indication that it was my time to go, to make a name for myself, start playing, and enjoying my football again. You were given an opportunity unexpectedly, because you were on the subs bench against Cambridge United. You came on and you did really well, except the part where you put the ball in the net. You didn't really do that. You had like 5 golden opportunities and you didn't score. Olaofe, known as Tanto, could still be back in Lions colours again with the option they inserted part of his move. Never say never, that's how I view it, said the Lucian ball frontman. It means I can still monitor my journey and progress while I'm at Stockport. I spoke to the gaffer just before I left, and he said that I'm at an age now where I need to reach my full potential. He thinks I'm going to have a good career, but the most important thing I need is games, man. There are sliding door moments in any player's career, and one of Olaofe's arguably came after a very successful loan with Sutton United, winning the National League in 2021 and also being voted the Young Player of the Season. He linked back up with the Lions but suffered a groin injury on their Scotland training camp, which prevented him featuring in their friendly programme. Instead of being able to stake a claim for greater first team involvement, Olaofe was eventually loaned back to Sutton in August 2021. I just didn't get as many opportunities as I wanted at Millwall. Do you understand why? No. In all honesty, no. But at the end of the day, I'm not the one who picks a team, and I'm not the one who picks a squad. The gaffer made the decision he wanted to make, and that's fair enough. Sutton was amazing. It was just a shame that some of it was during COVID and we didn't get a full support there, which is such an amazing season, you know. Last season I was in and out due to injury, but we made a Wembley final in the EFL Trophy, and I got to play in front of my family and friends in front of 30,000 people, and that's what dreams are made of. We missed out on the playoffs by a point in our first season in the EFL, which is still a great achievement. Dartford raised Olaofe's new base will be in Manchester. He joined the Lions at under 14 level after being spotted playing county football for Kent. In the last couple of days, I messaged some of the people at Millwall who I felt had been most influential in my development. Said Olaofe, my under 18 days taught me a lot. The scholarship period shapes you as a man, getting ready for a first team environment. Those days growing up in the under 16s and under 18s. There's a massive thank you to Larry and to Chris and also Kevin Nugent and Robbo as well. They helped my game and brought the best out of me. Stockport boss Dave Challoner revealed he had previously tried to sign Olaofe twice before. My target is 7 to 10 goals in the last half of the season. I'll be happy with that, or 10 goals and assists combined, said Olaofe. Ultimately, the aim is to help the team finish in the playoffs as well. I feel like their vision aligns with mine. They want to work their way back up through the leagues, and it's the same for me. They are definitely a club on the rise. They are massive at this level. They have the second or third highest attendance in League Two. The last game I went to there was just shy of 10,000 fans at the game. And that's it. So that's interesting there. So he was set to be loaned to Barnsley, but they messed up the paperwork on the last day of the transfer window. So does he kind of feel that he got cold shoulder because that deal fell through? Which it's not. He didn't do anything to mess the deal up. Like it was Barnsley or Millwall did it. So they were expecting him to not be there and to be on loan, and then they turn up in training and he's there and did they give him the cold shoulder? 'Cause he was playing for the under 21s at one point, so interesting one. But he he got he got a chance in the League Cup. He got he if he should have scored, man. Those chances, and I was there at that Cambridge United, man. 5 really good chances, and that was against a League One team. Are they League One or League Two? I think they're League One. So, man, if you would have scored at least one goal in that game, things would have been different. But we will see. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Yeah. I mean, good luck. Start banging them for Stockport County. Get them promoted, and then next season, or in a couple of years, when we still need a striker and we haven't signed one, we'll bring you back. And it's probably the kind of deal that Millwall would do. Like, they sell him for, I think it's like £100,000, and then we'll buy him back for more than that. Like, and that all the fans will be doing that. Like, why did you let him go? Why did you let him go? What? You let him go because he needed to grow. He wouldn't. If we do buy him back when he gets better in the future, he wouldn't have got better here. He needed to go and get better and then come back. But we'll see. Yeah, buyback clause. Why not? Why not? Go and get your goals, young man. Get your trophies in League Two. Let's do it. Let's get on with it. Now, talking of young players, a younger one, Sha'Mar Lawson extends Maidstone United loan. Mill's under-21s midfielder Sha'Mar Lawson has extended his youth loan at Maidstone United for a further 28 days. Lawson is impressed in the middle of the field for the Stones and will now apply his trade in for a further month, beginning with the Vanarama National League visit to York City on Saturday, the 7th of January. So yeah, playing for Maidstone United in the National League, not bad. He's doing all right. So crack on, mate, crack on. So obviously he's not going to be involved in the under-21s games when they resume from Tuesday the 10th, because he's going to be playing for Maidstone United. So there you go. Now, 22 minutes into the video, and we finally get to talking about the big game tomorrow. Is it a big game? Not really. It's a little game. It's a game that a lot of people are swerving. They have to pay extra because it's season ticket holders normally don't go to these games. They just swerve it. It's like a holiday from Millwall for them. You do get generally a lot of like families, kids, and that, because the ticket's cheap and you get to see a decent game. The only time when the crowds are packed for the FA Cup is when we get a bigger team than us, the Premier League team. So, this is from LondonNewsOnline.co.uk. It's a preview about the opposition, what are they doing, and Heckingbottom, indeed, is the manager of Sheffield United. He confirms that the Blades will go full strength for the Millwall FA Cup match. So he was talking about playing certain squad members and whatnot, but now he's saying, "Oh no, we're actually going to be fielding a strong team." So what is he doing? Is he playing mind games? I don't know what's going on. Maybe the chairman's told him, "Hey, we need some money from the next round, so or we need to sell some tickets, or you need to. We're not a Premier League team. We're not Man United. You got to take this game seriously." Maybe, I don't know. Sheffield United boss Paul Heckingbottom says he will pick his strongest side possible for tomorrow's FA Cup clash against Millwall at the Den. The Lions were knocked out of the FA Cup by Crystal Palace at this stage of the competition last season. Rowett's side lost 2-0 at Bramwell Lane back in August in the league. Goals from Sander Berge and Ilman Ndiaye, condemning the South Londoners to defeat. Yeah, but that was before we changed our formation, so don't worry about that. We can do all right. Millwall sit just inside the Championship playoff places on goal difference heading into this weekend's FA Cup third round match. Sheffield United are second in the Championship, 5 points off table toppers Burnley. Heckingbottom confirmed the visitors will be without forward Ollie McBurney tomorrow. We're going as strong as we can, said the Blades boss. We've got one or two carry things that may not be available, which is a blow. Apart from that, we will go as strong as we can. It's a massive test. They're a strong team. I expect them to be up there and stay up there. It's good for us. You play teams with different styles all the time, but one thing Millwall do is they make it tough for you, especially when you play down at their place. It's going to be a good game. Cup ties always have a different feel. We're looking forward to it. We know what we're going to face, a direct team that puts balls in your box, misses, bodies in your box, whoa, and who tend to have a lot of efforts on goal. I don't think that there's anything that we're unaware of going to play them, but being aware of it and dealing with it is a different challenge. Is that how he speaks? I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, so he's worried about the balls in the box and the balls in your face. You've always got to watch out for the balls in your face. Now, this is the preview from Millwall's official website. Some interesting information here. Millwall welcome Sheffield United to the Den for an Emirates FA Cup third round tie on Saturday afternoon, kick-off at 3 p.m. The fixture sees the Lions play their third home match in 9 days as they go in pursuit of a place in round 4. Gary Rowett will be without Callum Styles and Edamu Amaku for the visit of the Blades, whilst the fitness of Scott Malone, Mason Bennett and Ryan Leonard will be assessed before the squad is named as they seek to overcome injury. Bartosz Białkowski took his place between the 6th and the New Year's Day victory over Rotherham United and may retain his place in the 11, whilst the likes of Charlie Cresswell, Jamie Shackleton, George Evans, Main Essay and more want more and see game time. Now, should the tie be level after 90 minutes, then a replay at Bramall Lane with a date and kick-off times determined will decide who makes the draw for the next round. A maximum of 9 substitutes may be nominated, of which a club may use 5 in a match across a maximum of 3 opportunities. What are the chances do you think that we're going to use 9 substitutes tomorrow? I think Gary Rowett will make a point and not use all of the substitute places. I'm going to guess that. Making a point, seeing, well, we've just sold Afobe, we've sold Olaofe, we want Aidan Muller to leave. George Evans wants to leave because his contract is up and we're not renewing it and he's not playing. So we need to sign some players. So I think he's going to make a point of not putting 9 substitutes on the bench. In terms of players that they haven't mentioned there, I can't really see who there is there. Nana Boateng, maybe he's played first team games before. Adam Maliki, he only played in the Bromley friendly, so probably not. Abdul Malik, that would be interesting as an extra sub. You got 9 substitutes, so why not? Just to get him, not even to with the idea that he's gonna get on the pitch, just to have him around there and thereabouts during match day to see what it's like. That kind of thing. That would be interesting. But I get the feeling, I'm psychic Bob here, I don't think he's going to put the 9 substitutes on the bench as a point of saying to Mr. Chairman, we need to sign some players. And you're the one with the money and you're bankrolling. So, but we will see. Tickets for Saturday's game are still on sale. It hasn't sold out and will remain available to purchase at the ticket office, open from 10 a.m. up until kick-off. But please note that under 14s cannot buy a match ticket without an adult present. The Lions Store will also be open on Saturday morning with a half-price annual sale. Yes, if you did not know, the club have increased the discount on Hummel stuff. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's not selling. Maybe they got too much. But it was 30%. Now it's 50%. Yes. All of the Hummel stuff, the shirts, the shorts, the socks, 50% off. Now, you might not be able to get it in the size you want, but there are certain things available at half price. But please be reminded that the Lion Store is card only. Do not bring your cash. So, now here's an interesting thing. Due to the enforcement of restrictions within the club's alcohol licensing, supporters cannot bring their own alcoholic beverages inside the stadium gates. Please note that stewards will be strictly monitoring this at all entry points on Saturday. Pre-match entertainment in the SC16 Captain Bards will be open, with DJ cranking up the atmosphere at the former before kickoff. There will be no Zampas Family Fun Zone ahead of the visit of Sheffield United. So there you go. Now moving on to the TV details. Right, so here you go. Monthly and annual subscribers to Millwall TV will be able to listen to full match commentary of the Lions Cup tie against Sheffield United this Saturday. Video streaming of the fixture is not available due to competition regulations, but regardless of which live video or audio subscription you subscribe to, audio commentary will be available. For more details on Millwall TV, click here. Live commentary is not included with the Millwall TV Plus pack. Yeah. So basically it's audio only, there's not going to be any pictures, but this is from liveonsat.com. If you look in the middle, there, you see it? Millwall versus Sheffield United is being broadcast on ESPN Plus USA. As the name suggests, that is a website and an app, I believe, that you have to subscribe to. I think it's one of those monthly ones, like Disney Plus, ESPN Plus. They're owned by the same company, but it's geo-blocked as well. Now I don't know if a VPN will work with that. I have no idea. If you do, good luck to you. If you don't, and you try and figure it out, you're probably going to miss most of the first half by the time you get it working. So good luck with that if you try and do that. But I'm going to be listening to it. But I just wanted to let you know there may be a way to watch it. There may be sometimes some of these games, if you go on a betting websites, they show them. Some of them they do, some of them they don't. And you have to have some money in your account, or you have to bet on the game. I don't know if they will do that. For these games, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So that might be an option as well to watch it on the betting website. But again, I don't know. Now let's get to the actual bread and butter of what's happening. So here we are on 11v11.com. We have the historical record of Millwall versus Sheffield United, and I've sorted by competition this time. First, we're going to go down to the bottom, to the League Cup. We played them 2 times in the League Cup, both at the Den, 1967 and 1976. We won both of those games, 3-2 and 3-0, scoring 3 goals in both of those games. That was the Cup game. In the FA Cup, now this is interesting, incredible. We haven't beaten them in the FA Cup in 3 occasions. We played them 3 years ago in the FA Cup and lost 2-0. We played them in 1914, before the Great War, at home, which would not have been at the Den because we didn't move to the Den until 1920. So who knows where that would have been, 1914. Would that have been on the island of North Greenwich? Who knows? Who knows? Someone must know. But we lost 4-0. So interesting. Yeah. I bet everyone who went to that game, I bet it was a massive crowd of that game. I bet that they had no idea about what was going to come later on in that year. But yeah, they lost 4-0 just before the First World War. Now, this is even more interesting. So we went up to, I doubt it would have been Bramall Lane at that time. I doubt they would have been called Sheffield United at that time. On the 2nd of February, 1895. Yes, did you hear that? 1895. We went up to Sheffield and we lost 3-1 in the FA Cup. So at least we scored. But that was, if you think about it, Millwall were created in 1885. So this game took place 10 years after Millwall were founded. So that's kind of crazy. That we played a game 128 years ago against a team that still exists, and we're playing them still now. 10 years after we were founded, 1885. We had our first game in October 1885. So crazy stuff. But yeah, we haven't beaten them in the FA Cup on 3 occasions. 2 of them were at the Den. 2 of them were at home. 1 was at the New Den. So we didn't play them at the Den in the FA Cup. We played them at the New Den, and we played them wherever that other one was. So there you go. I mean, crazy. Generally, though, if we switch it up by including league games in this, so games at Millwall, you look there, you see the row of W's there from 1986 to 2003, winning streak as long as your arm, and then we lost 3 in a row, and then we got a 3 in a row a winning streak, and now we lost 2, and then we won the last time out in February 2022. So it's a very streaky fixture. But I noticed there's not many draws. So the only time we've drawn Hello? The only time we've drawn against Sheffield United at home are these 3 occasions here. 1977, 1978, and 1980. And they were all 1-1. Okay, so we've only drawn 3 times against them. That's weird. Now, moving on to this. This is whoscored.com. They haven't bothered to do a preview of this game. To be fair to them, there's a lot of FA Cup games. And yeah, they haven't done it yet. Although it's probably a bit late now, so they're probably not going to do it. These are the last 6 fixtures at Millwall, between Sheffield United and Millwall. We've won 4 of them. We haven't drawn, and we've lost 6. Lost 2. Low scoring affair. We've scored 9. They've scored 7, but they've had 12 yellow cards. We've only had 2. If we get onto the current form, Millwall's home form, we've kept 3 clean sheets over the last 5. Oh, hang on. It reset itself. Pardon me. Right, but we have kept 3 clean sheets in our last 5 home games. Now, before the amazing result against Rotherham, the 3-0 win, we were on a streak of 3 draws in a row at home. If we do make the changes tomorrow, will that reduce what we had against Rotherham? What we had against Rotherham, was that because we were really good, or because Rotherham really bad? If we would have played that game against a half-decent opponent, would it have been another draw? These are all weird questions, but now, if you look at Sheffield United, do you notice anything? They have scored in the last 6 away games. In the last 3 away games, they've conceded 1 goal each in each game. But before that, they had kept 3 clean sheets in a row. So, they seem to be a team that knows how to get a result away from home. So they haven't failed to score in the last 6. Have they failed to score? When? Have they done it so far this season? Well, yes, actually. This is their results so far this season, sorted by away games. So these are all their away games. They failed to score 3 away games. Coventry in October, and they lost that game 1-0. Watford and West Bromwich in August, and they lost those games 1-0. So the results here, this looks like a really good team. It's no surprise to see them second in the league. The game against West Bromwich, this one here, that was a League Cup game. That was a League Cup first round. So that may give an indication. I assume they made the changes for that game. If they make similar changes, which the manager said he's not going to, if they make similar changes, could we see a similar result with them failing to score and losing? Maybe. But yeah, they're a pretty good team. You can see it. You can see for yourself they're pretty good. So let's get into a preview. Like I said, WhoScored.com are not doing a preview. Of course, Sky Sports aren't doing a prediction or preview because they don't have the rights and they're not even bothering to talk about it. I'm not going to read all this, even though someone did take the time to write it. If I just go there, you can pause it and read it if you want. And there's about the opposition. Yeah, last time to London, they were losing 1-0, and they scored in the 95th minute to make it 1-1. So they got a bit lucky in that game. But that was a trip to London to play QPR. They talk about the selections here, injuries and whatnot. And it's making possible changes. You can see here, look, they reckon Afobe is going to start for Millwall, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. But they're thinking Cresswell could come in, Shackleton could come in, Styles is injured, so he's not playing. So you can see what we're dealing with here. Now, this is their prediction. They predict Millwall 2, Sheffield United 1. We expect both sides to rotate heavily on Saturday, and although the visitors have been stronger in the Championship this season, injuries have severely hit their squad depth, and we see Millwall's change 11 prevailing as a result. Yeah, so there you go. Okay. It would be very interesting to see the team that Gary Rowett puts out. Now, like, there can't be wholesale changes because we literally don't have wholesale teams to change. We've got players coming back from injury. Well, are they fit and ready to go on the bench? I certainly doubt they won't not fit enough to start. Maybe Scott Malone because he wasn't injured, just an illness. So maybe him. Maybe Tyler Burry can come back in. But don't know. Remain there, say will he start, will he not start? And like I said about the bench, you've got 9 substitutes. Will Garrow out use all of them? Or will he make a point saying, I don't have enough players, I need more players? Where are my players? Give me more players. George Evans, will he start and will it be his last game? Will he ride off into the sunset, never to be seen again? These are all questions to ponder. But we literally don't know the answers. We have to wait. We can only speculate, but we don't know. And we won't know until 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock tomorrow. So this makes it a hard game to predict, but predict it I will. I think it's going to be Millwall 1, Sheffield United 1. Indeed, I think we're going to get an extra game that we don't want to play. We're going to have to travel all the way up to Sheffield during a week, like we did before for the away game. I think yeah, this is a situation that we don't want. We don't want the extra game. But by the time we get to play the extra game, the draw would have been made, and we will know whether we got a chance at the big time and big shots and a money spinning game. But then so will they, and I'm sure Sheffield United will put in a full strength team and blow us out of the water. So yeah, 1-1. I think it's gonna be 1-1. And on that note, thank you for watching, and